Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to continue with our learning journey transportation management with exercise 9, also regarding the transportation cockpit. So for anyone who's new, my name is Anh, a junior consultant who is learning myself into different logistic modules inside SAP S/4HANA Private Cloud, and I'm sharing my learning journeys so you could find something helpful for your projects or day-to-day operations. So let's get into it. So from the last time we got some access into the transportation cockpit, can assign some freight unit to a resource and eventually create a freight order manually, like do some planning interactive. And today we are going to do a step further by planning automatically using the proposer and optimizer, which is provided from transportation management module. So the business example is we need to create this proposal so we can make a choice based on the available options. And we need to understand the principle of vehicle scattering route optimization, so like an optimization algorithm from TM, and how we can create order based on the outbound and inbound transaction requirements. All right, let's get to the first start. Enhance your transportation network by assigning the transshipment location TMCD Frankfurt to the transportation zone TM zone 18. All right, let's get into it. I think it should be location that we need to assign TMCD Frankfurt. Okay, got a hard time copying this, but so TMCD Frankfurt. Location time is type is 1140, which is a hub. Yeah, I think they have pretty much predefined location type here, probably a standard ones. Then we go on change. We need to assign it to our transportation zone. Go to TM, not exactly here, so let me scroll down here. Address, alternative identifier, resource, no. Okay, also no here. Okay, maybe my bad. Sorry, I might have forgotten from the last exercise, but I think that we need to go into the transportation zone and add this particular location. Let me first search for my zone, which is TM zone 18. Here I do have it. And from the zone location, I need to add something. Click on edit or change. I select my transportation zone and can be able to create a new one, TMCD Frankfurt. Click on continue. It's assigned already. Alright, I haven't noticed that, but alright, then this is already assigned. Not sure if I have seen this earlier, but alright, it's good. Access the transportation cockpit by using our safe search and verify if all of your freight units have planning status unplanned. Okay, so I think from the last exercise we have planned everything. I go to planning, transportation cockpit. I'm not sure if we can still have all the 4 freight units as unplanned, but let's have a look. Selection criteria, and click on plan 18, click on continue. So all of my 4 freight units has now a planning status, because we have create 2 freight orders from the last exercise, and we have already saved it. I'm not sure, but I think the freight order are not yet blocked um, or something. I mean, like I have not executed the freight order. Maybe the chance that we can set back this freight order. I mean, we are still in the planning cycle, right? Not execution. So I hope they have a note. Verify that the planning status of a freight order is unplanned prior to the starting exercise. If you have saved, okay, the interactive planning result and the freight unit are the unplanned plan, you need to remove the planning result as follow. Select all the freight units. Alright. Remove the capacity document. Remove capacity document. Okay, number of requirement document assigned. Okay, so alright, I think every planning status is now unplanned. Click on save. Alright, seems good to me. All the freight order are now deleted. No, they are not deleted yet. I'm surprised. Because I still have yeah, but I mean they still have this planning for the sales order, but the maximum utilization is now coming back to 0. So probably a refresh might do the job. I'm not sure. Okay, we go to transportation cockpit again. Go to selection criteria. Click on plan 18. Continue. So yes, I still see my true freight order here. Even though their maximum capacity is now 0, because no freight unit are assigned to them, even though they have some rough planning. But alright, we leave it as it is. Now we need to generate a transportation proposal for the freight unit to the customer team at 1801. So that is our first freight unit. We transportation create delivery proposal, transportation proposal. I'm not sure what they expect. They need us to generate a transportation proposal, right? Right, click on this. The block carrier car 181 file for freight order carrier is not considered. It's a block carrier but has been identified as an available carrier for the freight order S4TM1. System response will not be taken into account or add to the ranking list. Okay. So I'm not sure. Then an error message that the carrier car 18 will not be considered. Instead, I have a carrier TM car 10. Right. I'm a bit confused because the car was is a resource that we have defined earlier, if I'm not mistaken. So the car 1801, right? Or what exactly do they mean? Yes, car 1801 is our carrier, is not resource, right? Hmm. Then I'm not sure. Then I will just stick to what the system raised me. So I have here a proposal, transportation proposal one, set 51. Um, uh, do I have two different transportation proposal here? Because I can see that I have a carrier TM car 10 and the second line is TM car 11. Is this different stages of my delivery, or what is it exactly? Well, to answer that, I do believe that I have here two different transportation proposal, two carriers. The TM car 10 would cost me 231.80 euros, and the other car 11 they could cost me 256 54 euros, something much more. So the system has already made a proposal of choosing the TM car because it's less expensive. That could be my assumption to the exercise. To proposal TM car 10 plus TM car 11. Two TM car 10 and car 11. All right. Choose the expand or icon. How many carrier has been proposed as possible carriers? Ah, okay, my bad, my bad. Then then I do think that we have only one proposal. Yes, maybe only one proposal, right? Because if I see from this here, before expanding all, I see only one proposal. So I'm gonna edit only one proposal. Two different carriers and the TM10 selected. Yeah, the difference between them is the price, as I already said earlier. Why these carriers have been proposed is an interesting question. It based on the algorithm, right? Isn't it? Or is it based on the availability of the resource itself? From here on, I can't explain why. Just some automatically planning, and I don't know. But two carriers, they have different price, because I think that the first carrier they are directly involved of, and the second one in Spansham, so maybe more far away from our expected location. Maybe therefore they mm, have a higher cost. So create a freight order with all units to all the customers using the optimizer and save the result. How many freight order have been created? So to be honest, from this exercise we can step back, right? I will step back. I don't create any freight order yet for the last exercise. And now we're going to continue to create the proposal for all at once. Click on this. I will going to have using the optimizer and save the results. I'm not sure what is the difference now between the transportation proposals and optimizer planning, but well, we will have a look at into it. Okay, so we continue. At this point, after running the optimizer planning uh, with all the resource and equipment types, we have a new freight order with a $1 signed. This um, should be the freight order that carry all the freight units that we created from the 3 sales order. Alright, then let's have a look at the next task. How many freight order have been created? Only one. What is the maximum utilization of the freight order? The utilization is right now at 26%. Sorry, coming back here. 26%. How long does it take to load and unload the truck at each location? Do you know why? Okay, I might need to have a look into the freight order itself. Okay, I might need to refresh this. Navigation not possible, object was not saved and no longer exists. Okay, I need to save it first. We have the new freight order 102. I click on it so we can see the, I mean, like, probably we don't need to create one, but nevertheless I think it's the best way. It could be that we could use this details overview here to check the stages and also the load unload time. Hmm. Okay, it seems to me like it had different locations in the is the journey. So start off at the shipping point ZASR. I think it taking the first sales order, and then it going to pick up. Okay, so it first take the freight unit of the last sales order with the capacity utilization of 6%. Then it pick up all the three freight units from the first and second sales order from the shipping point 1010, adding the 20 more percentage to the utilization, and it drop at the first customer, second customer, and finish off at the last customer. Regarding the load and unloading time, which is a good one. So we can see here the start of an activity. The first pickup of the last freight unit take 15 minutes. The second pickup is it took in total 45 minutes in total for the three freight units. So starting from 29 at 9 p.m. 15 in the evening and finish off at 10 p.m. So 45 minutes in total for these three units. So I think in general each freight unit is going to take 15 minutes to loading it. For the unloading at the first customer, it could take 30 minutes. Second customer could also be the same, and probably all the same for the last customer. So loading 15 minutes, unloading 30 minutes. The reason for this, why do we have um, this loading and unloading time? I'm not sure. I mean, for loading, we send goods for customer, and our warehouse is optimized or something. We send pretty good, but for unloading, I think we are not loading, but we're unloading at the customer, and they might be receiving a different kind of trucks and rail car at the same time or same period of time in the shift, and the customer or the employees at the customer warehouse, they need to sort out every trucks, who are they coming from, match them with the sales order or even the advanced shipping notification. Might took longer at the unloading that compared to loading. Might be my reasoning, but we will look into the solution later. Open the freight order. In the freight order, review mean of transport, the vehicle resource, the distance, duration, and the number of visits and stop. All right. So we open a tab already here. General data. The mean of transport, I think, could be lorry. The vehicle resource. Do we have the vehicle resource here? I don't have any. I have just have mean of transport is lorry. The distance duration. The distance is in total 70 kilometers, and the cross duration could be 15 hours in total. I think from that could be 6 hour or maybe roughly 6 hour of pause, and number of visits is 5, loading stop 2, and unloading stop is 3, as we already see earlier in the overview. Review the freight order document flow and make a note of the freight order number. Okay, from the flow, I think we just have directly the 3 different sales order. Yes, 402, 403, which have 2 different items, and the 404. And our freight order number is this. We'll copy it here. Copy copy. Yeah, so I think we finished it up. Let's have a quick look into the solution. Okay, so here I think we have a difference in the result, because I think earlier we have assigned the transshipment location TMCD Frankfurt, but it seems like it have never um, in the plan, because we have only one proposal, and here they have two. The first one had a one state and used a mean of transport lorry for direct transport between SB 1010 and the destination TMAT 1801. The second transport proposal has two stages, an intermediate stop at the hub in Frankfurt. Alright, then might be something that we need to look into. How many carriers have been proposed at the possible carriers? I think two. Three carriers, okay. Yeah, probably need to have to look into this. For this exercise, I mean for the 4, 5, and 6 tasks, we need to have a look again. But from the 7 tasks, how many freight order have been created when we planned the whole freight units? We have in total 1 freight order. Utilization is 26, that's correct. The loading duration has been defined in the scheduling settings. All right. Scheduling settings. So in the road freight order screen area, choose the show details button. I think they're talking about this, right? Yeah, probably. Yeah. So loading at the first one 15 minutes, the second one 45 minutes, as we already said earlier. Yes, this is probably what they are saying here. All right, open the freight order. Yeah, you can find all the listed information in general data tab that as shown you earlier. The document flow, all the sales order there, and the FO number. Okay, I think for this, for the last part of the exercise, we are good to go. For the first part, where the transportation proposal, we are missing something. Let's have a look. So let's continue with the solution of the exercise 9. So I think from the last time when we came across the solution, we see that for the first freight unit, the system created two transportation proposals. The first one had only one stage and used the mean of transportation lorry for the direct transport between shipping point 1010 and a destination location TM at 18. The second transportation proposal had two stages and an intermediate stop at the hub in Frankfurt, so the TMCD Frankfurt. So what have we done wrong in the first place? So you can see here, if I click on the first freight unit and click on transportation proposal, I only have one transportation proposal. It has only one stage, driving um, the from our shipping point to the destination location TMAT 18. The root cause of that is because earlier when we defined the transportation zone, TM zone 1801 or TM zone 18, when we look into our transportation zone, we have already included the TMCD Frankfurt, this transshipment location in Frankfurt, cross-docking in Frankfurt. So I assume that this TMCD Frankfurt is already inside the zone, but actually here what the exercise want us to do is to assign the transshipment location TMCD Frankfurt to the transportation zone TM zone 18. So assigning transshipment location is different from including the transshipment location inside a transportation zone. So let's have a look. So if I know go now to TM master data, we go to not in the defined transportation zone, but assign transshipment location. So this is like a different functionality inside TM. We need to search for our TM zone 18, and the location is TMCD Frankfurt. And here we click on first we display, nothing change. If we now click on create assignment, the system will have a notification that one transshipment location assignment created or updated. So now we have an actual assignment between transportation zone and the transshipment location. So that's like a pretty specific or like a difference that we haven't known in the first place. So we in the first place we include the transshipment location TMCD Frankfurt inside the transportation zone, but we never assign the transshipment location to the transportation zone. So what does assignment here mean? Assignment here means that when I have a destination location inside the transportation zone TM zone 18, I can have a stop, or like I can, before delivering to the final location inside that zone, I can have a stop or a deconsolidation or like a stop in between the road in the transshipment location Frankfurt. So that could be an option for me to choose. So the system or algorithm could take this into consideration. So having that said, we come back again and go to planning, transportation cockpit. Okay, it's loading a bit slowly from my side, but we're coming to it. Plan 18, continue. So once again, we click on the first freight unit and transportation proposal. All right, here we do have two different proposal. The first one is directly from shipping point 1010 to TMAT 1801. The second proposal will have two steps. The first one is to load from shipping point 1010 to this cross-docking in Frankfurt, and then another stage from Frankfurt to the customer. And yes, this is it. Yes, of course there could be carrier that we can select in between, but these are the transportation proposal that we are receiving after we change or after we add correctly the assignment between the transshipment location to a transportation zone. So I think that could wrap up exercise 9. Hope you really find something useful out of this exercise, which I took kind of some time to handle. So yes, see you in the next exercise then. Bye.